Watch this satisfying power shot. That explosive crack isn't from the arm. This one technique unlocks force most players never tap into. Have you ever watched a coach loop a heavy backspin ball and wondered where all that explosive power comes from? It doesn't look like brute force, so what's really driving it? That's exactly what we're breaking down today. After you make solid contact and get your friction, where does the rest of the power come from? Most players would say the forearm, maybe the body. And yes, the body is always involved, that's a given. So after contact, the follow-through phase, where is the power actually coming from? The forearm, the wrist, sure. But your body has to be involved too. That's non-negotiable. Now the key question, how does your body generate that power? It's the forward push, driving your weight into the shot. But here's what I see all the time. Players forget to rotate and push forward with the body. That's mistake number one. Mistake number two is the arm itself. How does the arm actually deliver force through the ball? Watch this demonstration. That ball was against backspin, and the power was already huge. Against topspin, it would be even bigger. So watch again, where's all that force coming from? You might say the forearm. And of course the forearm has to fire, that's obvious. But how does it produce this much power? That's the real puzzle. Let me show you one more swing, so you can study it closely. Some of you might think it's all body. But watch, I can actually take the body almost completely out of it. Let me demonstrate without using my body rotation. The secret is acceleration, speed through the contact zone. See, my body barely moved on that one, yet the ball still had tremendous power. The answer is acceleration. After you've made friction contact and grabbed the ball, you need to drive through with the fastest possible speed, accelerating your stroke from the contact point all the way to the finish. Watch the difference. This is a slow, passive follow-through, no punch. And this is with acceleration, snap through to the finish. So your follow-through must include your body driving your arm through with acceleration. Let that sink in, accelerate through the finish. After your friction phase, you need a conscious intent to speed up, actively complete the stroke, not passively let the arm drift to a stop. The tail end of the swing is where the real pop comes from. Next, let me show you what this acceleration actually looks like in the arm. The key is that your arm segments move in sequence, not all at once. Think of it like cracking a whip, or even like throwing a slap. Your upper arm leads forward first, then the forearm fires, and finally the wrist snaps through last. Each segment accelerates the next. Watch me demonstrate this in slow motion. The upper arm initiates, driving forward. The forearm stays relaxed behind it momentarily. Then the forearm whips forward, and the wrist releases at the very end. I'm just making that sequence more precise and controlled. Watch, this is the whip action refined into a proper stroke. The segments absolutely move in order, not simultaneously. There's a clear acceleration, as each segment fires in turn. That sequential whip is what makes the stroke sting, just like a slap has a lead and a follow. Now, the biggest problem I see with many players is that they move like a wooden puppet, everything locked together as one rigid unit. What you need is just a little bit of this sequential feeling. Watch, even a small amount of lag between the upper arm and forearm completely changes the shot. Be a whip, not a stick. Think about serving. If you swing the racket straight through with a rigid wrist, the ball will never spin. You need that sequential snap. Same principle applies to every stroke. Now, I can feel that your muscles aren't engaging at the moment of contact. The power isn't transferring into the ball. Here, grip my hand. Hold on tight. Feel how I can still whip out of your grip. Stay close, right up against me. Watch, I'm holding my partner's hand, so she can feel where the power comes from. When I swing into the backswing, I generate the force, not her. Feel that snap. That's the difference. Now, the second issue. Your forearm needs to drive forward, but your elbow has to stay anchored. Don't lift the elbow up, that kills your leverage. Keep the elbow pushing forward, then accelerate the forearm through contact. Then, let me summarize why the power isn't getting into the ball. And this applies to a lot of you, not just my partner here. Point 1, you're not using your body. Try this drill, stand a step back from where you normally stand, and drive forward into the stroke. Just standing in place and pushing forward, you'll immediately feel your body weight transferring into the shot. That's real power. Point 2, the backswing. Don't overthink it. The more you try to force the stroke, the stiffer you get. Think of it like casually slapping something loose, easy, natural. The only moment you tighten up is right at contact, just a brief squeeze, then release. Keep everything casual, the backswing, the forward push. Don't let the stroke become stiff and rigid. Find that feeling of looseness first. Let yourself relax before anything else. Point 3, after the ball arrives, learn to drive the elbow forward. If your elbow stays pinned back, your forearm only has a short arc to work with. Watch with the elbow locked in place. This is all the reach I get. But when I push the elbow forward, I can extend through the ball much further. So be bold, let the elbow travel forward to create space for the stroke. Point 4, the separation between the upper arm and the forearm. The swing tempo needs to be quick. Watch open the forearm, snap it closed. Open, snap. Open, snap. The forearm accelerates forward through the ball each time. Speed up that cycle. Don't fully straighten the arm, keep a slight bend. Now drill it, open and accelerate. After that, one more crucial detail, the swing direction. A lot of players push the racket straight forward on contact. Instead, think about collecting the ball inward, sweeping the racket across your body rather than shoving it away from you. Watch the difference, not a forward push, but an inward sweep. There it is. When my partner switched to that inward force direction, the ball started punching right through the racket with a completely different sound. So remember the 4 keys to unlocking real power. Use your body by driving forward, stay loose and whip-like through the backswing, push the elbow forward to extend your lever, and accelerate the forearm with a quick open and snap rhythm. Practice these against backspin serves so you can feel whether your force direction is correct. Relaxation is the foundation, power follows.